Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing out there? All righty. Whoa, TGIF. Thank goodness it's Friday. Or TGIF. Thank Gomer it's Friday. Uh-oh. They've dropped out. Oh,
The aliens got him.
Yeah, the aliens got him. No, it wasn't the aliens. It was the DNC Doom Patrol. That's Joe. That's Joe, Kamala, Nancy, Chuck, and Hillary.
You mean President Harris? Because he almost he almost offed himself. JB almost ended his what you call it?
Dave sent me a thing. He goes, "I'll be right back." He has to restart his computer.
No problem.
Right.
JB almost killed himself off of Air Force One in Alaska. He did a 110er off the top rung.
Wait. Who does that remind you of?
Gerald Ford.
Mm-hmm.
But Gerald Ford used to be a football player, so I could blame that on head injuries.
Yeah.
Also partying Nixon, but we can't blame this on JV because he smoked pot in the 60s or 70s.
We're not supposed to talk about that. YouTube and Facebook doesn't like anybody mentioning that.
Of marijuana?
His past indiscretions. He's a perfect saint, don't you know? Anyways. All right, let's go. Let's move on here. So let's say hi to everybody that's in here. First one in here that's not up on the panel was Keith. And then we had, I have Audra, homesteading in Idaho.
And Mary Beth.
I'm starting at the top. I'm going down from the top.
Okay.
Michael 58. CR, creative redundancy.
Froze.
And I froze again. So CR, north of the border. And we have Kaylin Strain, Our Treasured Home. Tongue-tied here. Gardener Josh. And everyone's chit-chatting. And Keith saying wheels up. And we got Mary Beth Smith.
Right.
And Southern Blessed Homestead.
Right, one more.
Country Homestead Preacher, Rebel Canners, Never Enough Time, and Carol of Fishes and Loaves Life. And we're caught up. Woo! All righty. So we got several things running here. Just prior when I was tagging in there on Stringfield Ridge, they're talking about the amount of rain they're getting back there in Tennessee and stuff. And you know, we've been getting hammered by snow, and then for the last 2 weeks, it's been nice and clear, and we got up to temperature on the national said it was 58 here, but I swear it was above 60. You know, sun's out there. You know, I'm in a light shirt out there, no jacket out there, working, getting stuff done. Speaking of which, Stringfield Ridge Farm, Stringfield. Yeah, Stringfield Ridge Farm is in the house, and I'm working on getting stuff done, and I came in for lunch, and I checked the weather forecast. I had to bite my tongue to keep it from coming out of my mouth. It was all these little X's and hashtags and circle sign, blah, 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 blah. 90% chance of rain tonight. Snow tomorrow.
Well, you're not out of water.
Not out of water. No, we've had a clear day today. And hang on a second, let me look out the window here. It's getting overcast, but it's still bright out. And so it's supposed to be coming in tonight. Not sure when it's going to come in, but we're supposed to have a 90% chance of heavy rain tonight. So, and if any of you saw the video I released this morning about the IBC tote rebuilds, so today I finished 4 of them, trying to get them all done. I didn't have my camera out there. I was just going balls out. Everybody knows what balls out is. It refers to a steam engine. It has a little governor on there with a little weighted balls, and as farther out it goes, the faster the engine's going, as farther it goes up to try to slow it down. Hey, prep for it, buddy. Gemini Homestead, getting started in homesteading.
And we got a new person. I can't pronounce his name. Sorry. I can't even spell it. Sorry about that. ILKMIE Rim.
I don't see it on the chat.
It's just right underneath me. It says, "Hi, getting started."
Getting started. Got Kalen Strain. Got Raven Cat. I don't see that other thing in there. Unless it's on Facebook only.
Could be.
It may be over on the Facebook side. So those on Facebook, hey, how you doing? Unfortunately, YouTube and Facebook don't talk to each other too well. You can see when I make certain comments on the I type comments in on the StreamYard chat, but I'm not sure what all you can see off of the on Facebook. All right, so Cecilia's here, a couple others. All right, so waiting for Dave to get back up here. His computers must be having a bad time.
Or it's the aliens.
Yeah. Here he comes. He's coming back. I'm waiting. There he is, and click, and there he is. Hey.
Can y'all hear me okay?
We can hear you fine.
Okay.
No echo either.
Yay. I think I fixed it.
Yay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nope, on YouTube, I'm able to. Okay, so there he just popped in. Okay, that's the first time I didn't see him pop up before. So, or not.
Froze.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not sure that K is silent or not. Nurum? Anyways, hi. Okay, so before we get going, Dave has an announcement.
I do?
Dun, dun, dun. Your giveaway.
Oh, that thing. You mean that medical bag
Yeah.
I'm trying to throw out my door in the mailbox? It don't fit in the mailbox, so whoever wins it's going to have to expect a package. And I got something to go in it. Hold on. I think Gil will recognize this.
All right. Cool.
There's a copy of this in the medical bag, or on top of it right at the moment. So there is a copy of the CERT manual inside it. And it's the Right in the Rain one, too.
Okay.
And it has it.
And
shoot.
And
it closes next Wednesday.
Yeah, his giveaway closes next Wednesday. I forgot to pull up the link to that to throw it in there.
Oops.
If any of my mods out there could pull up Dave's 1,000 subscriber giveaway video, he just put it out
last week.
This week?
Last week.
Oh, last week. He put it out last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
And
okay,
Audra
there we
did
go.
it.
Audra did it. Yay, Audra. Woo. So there's the link to Dave's 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And the next
hours.
Still needs over 500 hours. Yeah. Hey, Butch needs 3,000 hours.
He's got a minute to go.
So he's got a bit to go. So
you do not want to know my new hours I got to get rid of.
Okay. All right. You got to keep on. Al's losing hours by the day. All righty. So let's hop in here and let's get talking about what tonight is all about. And bring this up here.
No pooping in the
Water,
stream.
water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Well, this is a little more important to everyone than most people realize. All right. First of all, I'm going to say this right off the bat. I don't care who I offend on this one. This is the number one point where all preppers fall flat on their face. They don't have enough water. Thanks, Audra. Audra just put up Butch's channel as well, Sand Hollow Homestead. All right. So water. Oh, public service announcement here. World Water Day is March 22nd. That's in 3 days. And I didn't know about World Water Day. I'd never heard of it before until I was pulling up pictures for this. And what? Okay. All right. So first of all, let's start and look at some of the water conditions we have today. That CR's on it saying water weighs 8 pounds, and actually it's 8.8 pounds per gallon.
Yep.
Plus the container. All right, so water conditions today. Let's get down here and click on that. First of all, water distribution. 97% of the water on the world is salt water. That means 3% is considered fresh water. Of that 3%, I think it's less than 0.5% that's drinkable. Example, water quality is not monitored in the lake. As such, lake water may include organisms such as algae, fungi, bacteria, protozoa, hydrozoa, blue crabs, stinging rays, and alligators. Swimmers shall use caution when swimming in lake. I can't even pronounce that. Anyways. Oh, from the great golden state of California, we have San Jose has levels of arsenics above drinking water standard. Yeah, they've had that for decades. And this is Hut City. It is or eat any. Oh, sorry. Okay. Boy, it's freezing me a lot tonight. I don't know what's going on. I think the wind's picking up and blowing my little dish around up on the roof. It is not safe to swim, eat, any fish, eels, shellfish, watercress or from these waters. Okay. Warning, water may be unsafe. Avoid contact. Not just drink it, avoid contact.
Mills Gap.
Yeah, and remember, guys, nature doesn't eat garbage, so stop throwing it in the water.
Yep.
No,
all right, and what does this cause? It causes dead fish and more dead fish. And we get these nice, lovely Illinois waterways. That's oil on there, guys, leaking out from everywhere. This lovely color is from the coal mining industry in the eastern United States. I think everybody has heard of Flint, Michigan. So, guys, what is in your water?
Cream.
Like CR said, nanoplastics.
No, cream, sugar.
Yeah.
That's what I always drink.
What's in my water? Well, mine is triple filtered, and so I know my water is safe.
You gotta get used to the green and chunky water.
No, I will not have green and chunky water.
It's
All
good
right,
for you. Put hair on your chest.
No. I actually was, when I was back east years and years and years and years and years ago, back when I was in my early 20s. Was going to rent an apartment, turned on the water tap, and it looked something quite similar to this.
Hi, WD.
Hey, WD. So, oh yeah, you want to see what's really interesting in your water? If you're not sure, freeze it and see what it looks like frozen. Hey, Christy. Got Christy Betts in the house now. Okay. Oh, wrong way. So don't drink the water unless you know what's in it. And as you can see, the one on the left is basically clear. The one on the right is slightly foggy and cloudy. Okay, now what happens after SHTF or something even milder, just normal everyday disasters such as hurricanes, earthquakes, flash floods, stuff like that, ice storms like hit WD and Old School Prepper last month? Think of it this way. If the water system and wastewater system go out.
Farms here. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Rick. I did say Kaylin was in the house, didn't I?
Yes.
Okay, good. So if without water, critical health services threatened. Hospitals could be forced to close without any water for sanitation or anything else. There could be limited or no water available for fire suppression. People will be forced to evacuate their homes due to the loss of drinking water and sanitation water. Schools, offices, government buildings could shut down for an indeterminate time. Of course, really, it depends if the IRS shuts down. Who really cares? Did I say that out loud?
I didn't hear a word. I was moving my headphones.
No problem.
Right,
hi, Ginger Ninja.
Hey, Ginger. So stores, restaurants, other businesses could be forced to close. Manufacturing, commercial operations could be curtailed or forced to close without water for sanitary needs or even for their processing needs. So without water, our modern society is going to take a major hit.
You've got the last one, manufacturing.
Yeah, I got that one.
Oh, you got that one? Did you tell everybody about Fukushima?
No, we're not going to talk about Fukushima tonight, even though it's the water does glow.
Froze.
I froze again. They didn't want me to say it. The water glows nice, pretty green.
And we got this one right here, folks.
Yeah. Where are you getting your water from now? Well, think about where part of the other world's getting their water from. And if we have a major disaster, you could be getting your water the same way.
Yeah,
but hey, go ahead, Al.
Remember, Gil and me talked about this. Everybody else in the world is used to the green and brown chunky water. You're not. So remember that, folks.
Yeah. So back in 150 years ago, our ancestors and stuff were a lot more hardier and more, resistant to a lot of the crap that's in wild water than we are today. Well, but hey, don't count on somebody delivering water for you in jugs. What was that, Dave?
I said not to mention the fact that back then they didn't have pesticides to deal with either.
True. And CR says dyes in the water as well, and other chemicals. But if you're lucky, you have an alternative water source like Martha at Old School Prepper. If you saw any of her videos over the last several weeks, where she's talking about what life was like when they lost power for 8 days. What was it, 9 days? There in 8 days in Oregon without power. There's a video. I'm going to show you a quick video clip here in just a second here. If you have your own water source, your heads and tails above everybody else. Okay, I'm going to drop this down for.
They're saying they can't hear me. So can you hear me now? Hello?
You're very soft.
Very soft, but we can hear you.
How about now?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
A little better.
How
There.
about now? Is that better?
About the same. About the same. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's the best I can do.
That's good.
All right. You just have to talk loud.
No.
All right. So I'm going to drop this down for a second, guys. Actually, no, I'm going to bring it up. Can I just tell you? I can bring it the other way up. Let me bring the other one up. There we go. All right. So this is Martha's video she just put out just a little bit before this. I sent out the invites on this here. Control C. So I'm posting this link right now in the chat there. Go over and check out Martha's video. Without power, they had no water because their well. I guess one of the things their water system needed power, but she had a hand pump well as well, so she was able to get water. So they were having to use the bucket brigade for toilets.
And that water in the little blue thing is from their rain barrels.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, so fortunately they had the rain barrel catchment system was working as well. But check out her couple of her videos. Al, you're breathing heavy into it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Check out a couple of her videos explaining what they'd learned when they had their own SHTF there from that ice storm. So yeah, she covers talks about several things here, and it's not playing right. Okay, it's not going to play right. So let me go ahead and drop that down. But go over and check out that video for some firsthand information of what someone had to do when the power went out and they lost their main water supply. Okay, Harvey Black, hey, how's it going? All right, so let's go down to the next slide here. He's like, hey, I got this real cool water system in my house. It's got 3 stages on it, and then it's got a premium membrane on it, and all this other fun stuff. Or I got this really superior one here. It's got the sediment pre-sediment filter. It's got a salt-free water conditioner on it. It's got activated charcoal. It's got zinc, copper, zinc, and mineral stone systems in it. Secondary filter, and it's got a UV sanitizer filter on it as well.
I see an issue with that one. There's no power going to the UV part.
Yeah, there is.
Was there?
Yeah, look, top there.
Off the plug into the power source down to it. He's got to zoom in. But yeah, there's a black cord up here going to it. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I know. I was looking at it. They even have these real cool ones that you can put on your faucet. That you turn it one way and it doesn't filter it. Turn another way, it does. You know, of course, we're all familiar with the Brita one that goes on there.
Hey, prepping plumber.
But wait a minute, the water system is not working. How are you going to use your filtration system to filter your water if it's not working?
Like I said, buy stock in AquaPure. Buy their Aqua tabs.
Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Plumber, Mrs. Prepping Plumber. So from this, hang on, I got to get more drink of water here. My throat's...
Speaking of water.
Yeah. So, well, if you have a stream nearby, you can try filtering your water if the stream's not too bad, or if you have some way of getting some other sort of water. There's countertop ones, some really cool ones with ceramic filters in them, which take it down, down to the micron. And then there's the 3 major competitors here in the U.S. for the metal ones that you can't see inside of. You got Alexapure, Berkey, and ProPure. And I'm going to say right now.
You just spoiled Gil.
Yeah. I've looked at these and I will not own one of these because I want to see what the water looks like it's in there. I want to see the levels and what it looks like. But for those that do like it, the Berkey comes with their standard black Berkey filters, and you get the optional fluoride chemical remover ones.
Do not. Oh, if it removes fluoride, yes.
It removes it, yes.
Don't put fluoride in your water. Bad.
Yeah. And Berkey comes in all these lovely sizes here.
And hi, Grammy Karen.
Hey, Grammy Karen. And then we have another one of the other brands, Alexa Pure, also has pitchers. I haven't seen the Berkey do a pitcher yet.
Yes,
I could be wrong if they have one. Okay, they have one.
Yes,
is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's better. And we got the variable sizes for the Alexa Pure as well. And theirs is a better contained filter system. Then here's the British version of the Burke. This is Burkefield, but they have theirs is 4 ceramic filters inside, which I really love ceramic filters because of how good of a job it does.
That's the Burkefield Dalton gravity system.
Yeah. But this is what I have. Actually, what I have is the generic version of the NutriChef version of the Zen water filter. But my NutriChef takes the same filters exactly. They're interchangeable. So, but
Right,
what I like about this.
I was just going to say something to Kaylin there.
But
you don't get white and black ones. You have to use the same ones all the way around. You can't mix and match because it won't do you any good. You only get half the filtering done and you'd be wasting a set of filters. So I can't remember if the one you got was 2 or 4. If it's got 4 filters in it, go get 4 ceramics. If it's got 4 black, then stick with 4 blacks. Don't mix and match. You'll be wasting your money.
Yeah, the only way you can do it is to stack it. It's like the Berkey had the one, and then the other one went on the bottom of it. So as it went through the one, then it went through the second one. So like the Zen does. The Zen goes through the ceramic, which this is what I love about the ceramic. The pore size is 0.2 to 0.9 micron in size. That's better than an N95 mask.
Right.
And to example, when we fill this up, it takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours for the water to drip down below. And someone goes, well, my filter, I pour the water in here in 5 minutes. I got water. Well, wait a minute. If the water's flowing through that fast, it ain't filtering it that good. Okay. And so after it goes through the 5-stage, it goes through the ceramic, then it goes through. That's why I love this one. This is one that I've had for years. I did a lot of research to find it. So that's one of the things I have.
And hi, Steve from Corsair Trainers. Everybody,
hey, Steve.
Check out his video today.
Very good video. Very good, common sense, to the point, no fluff, none of that other stuff. It was really good. And it was to the point. All right. I also have one of these, a 275-gallon tank. And I have a 330-gallon tank for my freshwater. I have two 275s for non-potable water. And then I have 2 55-gallon barrels for drinking and 4 55-gallon barrels for non-potable. But some people don't want barrels and stuff. They want to be different. Well, they have these water bags. They have ones that can go in your bathtub. They have ones that go in the bed of your truck. They have big old ones that you move your car out of the garage. You set it up in your garage and you fill it up with 2,000 gallons of water.
Right. Yeah. And people, when you use the aqua pod, make sure you seal off the bathtub, because in some area we do have backflush, and you don't want to have backflush near your aqua pod. Nope.
The other thing to do, if you're still worried about getting sewage backing up from other people's houses, you should have a cleaning tee outside Usually it looks like a 4-inch black pipe coming up with a screw plug in it. Unscrew that plug, and that way, if the sewer backs up, it's going to back up outside, not inside your house. All right.
Dave, you
yes.
have something? Okay, go ahead.
He just said the route of least resistance. That's why you want to open it outside. In California, what's interesting is they outlawed the cap, the screw cap. It has a mushroom on there now with a ball in it. So the ball sits on it tight. No critters can get in. But if the sewer backs up, it pops up and automatically does it. So different storage containers. You can get the two on the right from Wally World. The front one is 7 gallons. The one back here is 6 gallons. You got your military surplus ones. You got other brands out there. You got the stacking cubes. You got other stacking cubes in the back. You can see barely see the lid of the lower ones for these ones in the back. These are small ones you can keep in your house and move around and take it from, keep them in your closet or whatever. If you need to, you pull it out, put it on the kitchen
and
counter.
Then Gil doesn't have it on the picture, but you could use the ones at Wally World or Sam's Club, Bob's, or the other guy, Costco. They have the refillable ones that you buy from them, and you go to their water spigot and fill it up. And that way. Another trick is everybody has these, right? It's food grade, right?
No, Dave doesn't have them.
Dave doesn't have them? Somebody send Dave a bunch of buckets.
Oh, God. I ain't got no room for it.
Yeah.
I know, but it's a water carrier, and also it stores 2.5 gallons of water. This is a small one because I tried lifting up a 5-gallon one and nearly killed me.
You want to know something? Something else that works pretty good?
What?
For non-potable water that you can keep in a bathroom. Everybody likes ice cream. Ice cream buckets work pretty good too.
Oh, that's true.
A 2-gallon ice cream bucket gives you 2 flushes in the tank.
Yep. Okay. WD says he uses the Reliance one here on the far right. I actually have 2 of the blue ones from Scouts in the back here, the aqua blue in the back. And then I have 5-gallon square ones like this I picked up. Al, you're breathing in your microphone again.
That's all right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a lot of these. But then if you want something a little bit bigger, this one front is still 5 gallons. And here's a 30-gallon here with the lid off of it. The one on to this left is a 15-gallon. And these 3 in the back are 55-gallon barrels.
And you can find all these online at
a whole bunch of different places.
Right.
A whole bunch.
I use always ALINE.
Huh.
Adeline.
There's Uline, Emergency Essentials, Water Tainer, and several others. All you got to do is Google water barrels for sale, and you'll have thousands of places to go.
Yep.
Anyways, of these here, the ones you got to be the most careful of are the white or slightly translucent ones, because they will grow algae. Unless you have them indoors, like in your garage, up on a piece of plywood or a pallet, preferably, get them farther off the concrete. And throw a blanket over one to keep the light out of them. The blue ones and the black ones will not let the light in to grow algae. Hey, it's Lori, Prairie Rider.
Hey, Lori.
All right, so let's take it to now. If you're going to be building a food storage out in the garage or taking a room, whatever, and you're going to be building shelves and stuff, you might as well go ahead and take space to put a couple of 55-gallon barrels or 30-gallon barrels or whatever size barrels in there that you can keep water indoors safe where it's not going to freeze, and where you have access to it easily.
I seen a comment in the thing by IL.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
paint it black.
recommend that. No, don't paint your drums black.
The problem with painting, even you paint in any color, even though Krylon makes a fairly nice paint that's supposed to stick to plastics. Plastics are not, as much as people believe, are not impervious to chemicals found in modern paints. It'll still leach through to it. In fact, what I said about not putting the barrels on cement, a plastic food grade barrel sitting on cement with water in it after a few years will have sucked the lime out of the cement into the water, and it'll be tainted water. All right, so yeah, so if you notice the one on the bottom here is not on the ground or on the cement floor. It's like the others, it's up off the floor. And Will, just JIT preparedness info. Man, it's going to take me forever not to say just-in-time preparedness. Will's in the house. All right, and so you can, if you notice these here have spigots on them, so they're filled them, and you can just be ready to take water from them. Of course, if you live in, hey Steve, you still out there? This one's for you, Steve. Pay attention, Steve. If you live in sunny Southern California, you can put your barrels outside. You won't have to worry about them freezing. Actually, this is not a bad setup if you're in a temperate climate where it's not going to freeze, because you have one fill line that fills both of them, and then you have one vent line that has they don't have the cap on it. They should have some sort of a screen cap on to keep bugs out of it. But there's a lot of ways you can store your water. Hey, Tibor. And you can, if you don't want to build it yourself, you can buy pre-made racks that'll hold 2, 3, or as in the center one, you can't see it. There's a 4th one up there on the center one. So you can buy pre-made racks for this as well. Or if you got enough land, you can get something a little bit bigger. And believe it or not, this was my brother's idea to get one of these. Because originally he and I were going to go together and buy the compound until he got hit by a drunk driver, illegally alien.
Hey, Tibor.
And anyways, but yeah, we were planning on getting a big one to supply several houses. But they come in different sizes. They come in, up to 10,000 gallon ones. So yeah, you can get a lot of water if you have a place to put it.
Right, folks. Again, is that left for the big ones?
The big one is on the right.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, the big ones on the right are cattle ones. Those on the left are for orchards and farmers. Usually what they put in those are fertilizers and herbicides, and you don't want to drink out of those.
Yeah. If you see this out in the field, make sure there's nothing out next to it. Now, sometimes you'll see the IBC totes sitting next to these, and it'll be little pumps and stuff. And as they pull water from the big one, even they'll add nutrients, or they're using it for irrigation. They'll add, fertilizers or
fungicide.
Yeah, that type of stuff. So you got to be careful with what you're doing it.
Usually, the bigger tanks is safe because they're cattle.
All right, so Audra says our family has dug out massive holes and then sunk the things into the ground. Fill from the top yearly. Yeah. All right, next one here. There's the button. But hey, how many of you out there have or know someone that does that you could borrow a travel trailer? What does a travel trailer have? I think it has the same thing that an RV has. It has its own septic and water system. And they have their, with both of them, generally have two ways of having water put into it. If you don't have one, you might not know this. If you do have one, you know it. So I'm just repeating the common knowledge to you. You have one side where you hook the hose bib up to it. Hook the garden hose to it and pressurize the system straight off the city water. Well, of course, if the system's down, you're going to need to fill the other one where you can pour water into, either from 5-gallon buckets or a system, whatever. And there's several ways you can facilitate getting water into your RV or travel trailer. Well, first of all, inside the system, there's a blow up of how the system, inside, look at it, you got your water tank, you got your ways of water filling it. You have, goes through the water heater and all this fun stuff. I'm not going to get into the plumber's stuff on it. We have Mrs. Prepper Plumber here. She probably knows more. Or at least her husband does. Now, this is where the connection is that's hooked to the city water. And it has a filter on it. Remember this, because there's a way you can still use the pressurized system. I'm going to tell you how to do it here in a second. Or you can get a bigger filter system, like the type they have for houses. Or a double filter system.
Keep telling you, Lori, you need to move down here to the States. Hey, I've got a 3-bedroom home. Come on down. I'll give you a bedroom.
All right. And for sanitation, Country Homestead Preacher said they found a composting toilet is rather easy. All right. So if you notice here, they got two lines running off to the left side here. A black line, which is the sewer line going to dump it somewhere, and a blue hose pulling water from somewhere, either a pressurized system or a system being pressurized a different way. Now, this photo, when I was looking at it, the captain was talking about the guy had connected a bypass for he pulls water from one way, or he pulls it from the regular tank in the RV, or he has some barrels set up outside up high that he pulls from the barrels to pressurize his RV. Now, you can go to Harbor Freight. I'm gonna have to put that in one of the taglines since I had said Harbor Freight. You can get the Harbor Freight. This is a transfer pump. It's a gear pump. The only problem with the gear pump is if you get particles of sand and stuff in there, it can chew it up and ruin it really quick, which is why you need to have one of those filters before it that we saw earlier. Or you can just get a diaphragm pump. In construction, we call diaphragm pumps mud hens because they can pump mud. And you use one of these, and it goes, and it pumps the water. You want to have on your inlet for your hose some sort of screen to keep the big chunks from going in, so your smaller sediment filter can take care of the rest. Now, this is an inch and a half for an inch and a half. Froze again. Okay, so this is an inch and a half pipe. This usually goes on at the bottom of a well because it's got a check valve in it, and it keeps water from running out. I have a couple of these on where I throw the hoses into the irrigation ditch, and I pump water out of the irrigation ditch. Because once I prime it, I don't want to have to prime that hose again. And so this works very good to keeping the mud and stuff out of the sprinklers, and it keeps my pump alive and well, and it keeps me from having to prime it. WD, she's over on the Boise area. Not in Boise, but that over that side of the state. Okay, so that's all I had there for. Whoops! What's this? Uncle Al's Bug Out RV. Where'd this come from? What? Uncle Al, how'd you put that in there? Okay. All right, folks. Now I wasn't trying to show you absolutely everything you could do. There's a lot, show you options to hopefully get you thinking of ways that you can come up with ways that work for you to get extra water in case of an emergency. I seriously recommend going over to Old School Prepper's channel and check out her videos from when she was without power from the ice storm. And she shows her pump, her outside pump using it, shows her rain catchment system, talks about all the things they had to do, not just water, but everything else they had to do for every day without power. She talks about, all the water users getting the coffee pot ready to go, everything set up from the water, and then how they were using it, how to fix things. And the one I think was really great, during the one rainstorm, she got enough water to fill all the toilets up in extra buckets, but she didn't tell everybody if the other toilets were filled. You just used the one in the hall. The hall
I
one.
gotta say later to the new guy, IL.
Okay. All right. Thanks for coming by. And yeah. So she really pointed out, gave a lot of ideas on things and ideas that you can use to get by without water for short term, a week or 2 weeks without water. It doesn't have to be an SHTF situation or a Milwaukee situation. It could be just, an every year event, hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, something going on. Power outage. If the power goes out and the water treatment plant doesn't have backup generators to turn on to keep pumping the water, you may have power at your house, but 10 miles away, the water treatment plant is without power, so it's not pumping water. And if your area does have the big tanks sitting up on the hill, those tanks will only last for 4 or 5 days at the most before it's dry.
Okay, folks, another trick is that I don't see a lot. Everybody was talking about.
Petcock key. Silcock key.
Right.
Yeah, Silcock keys.
Okay, if you're in the if you're in a urban or suburban areas, there's certain faucets that you still get water from. But if you don't have one of these and you have a multi-tool, it's going to take you forever to get water. So you want one of these in your bag always.
Yeah. Okay. Let me pull this other thing back up here real quick. I'm going to throw it back up here again. This is Martha's. This is the link to old. I'm going to have to put it up there. CHLPRE Prepper. Spelled school wrong. All right, there's the link. That's the video she put out today, which was this one here. How do you using the toilet without power? And I still don't want to play it good.
Nope.
And she's going through talking about her all the stuff and everything. There you go. There's one 1.8 gallons per flush. So talks about the size tank she has. And so, yeah. So we don't want that. We don't want that view.
Hi, North Shore. And I do warn people, if you're doing rooftop gathering, make sure you have a filter system, because you don't know what died up in the gutters.
On the roof. Yeah.
Not to mention,
Or
if you're
roof.
getting it off shingled roofs, you're going to have the tar and pebbles and everything else too.
Yeah. Asphalt shingles. You don't want to use that for drinking. That's good. Okay, for flushing the toilet, but you don't want to use that water for drinking. Now, point. Depends on who you talk to, which certified entity on how much water a person needs per day. Well, the problem is each of these entities is looking at different activities of the person. And I am lagging a little bit. I look like a Chinese movie. Anyways, the one of the things to consider is your activity. The more active you are, the more water you're going to use. Minimal water survival is 1 quart of water per day, sitting around doing nothing in a 65-degree temperature, no wind blowing environment.
You're still going to dehydrate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basic survival for a couple of weeks. That's several weeks you can survive that way. You're going to be in bad shape afterwards, but that's basic survival. Half gallon is looked at as the minimum by most agencies. 1 gallon is preferable for human consumption. We're not talking about flushing the toilet. We're not talking about taking a shower. We're not talking about anything else. We're talking about what goes in your mouth.
Right. And that one's from NASA, the 1 gallon thing, because I did go on Google and check who came up with the 1 gallon rule. It's NASA, because when NASA did Skylab and the International Space Station, they were trying to compute how much water they had to haul on the shuttlecraft. People forget that, and that's why they have that weird. You talk about it, Gil, the filter thing where they filter urine.
It is the $250,000 sewage filtration system that pulls all usable water out of the sewage so that they can use it again. It is a type of reverse osmosis system that is on super steroids, and like I said, it's $250,000.
Right, and most of the time, the shuttlecraft is removing the solid waste matter and the filters because they bring up the I forget who's flying that spaceship, X something.
Yeah, whatever.
X-15 or something like that to the space station. They haul the solid waste and they haul the filters because I don't think people on Earth enjoy what do you mean Uncle Shit Jethro or something like that was killed by a flaming piece of International Skylab, whatever, crashing through the house.
Yeah, I just got hit by a 5-pound brick of poop from space.
That could be a new space weapon.
Yeah. Anyways, the what was I going? Okay, so yeah, it is a reverse osmosis system, and it's very expensive. One of the things that you need to consider is how much water you're going to be drinking. Now, you plan on 1 gallon per person potable water. Plan on 3 gallons non-potable water per person. Unless you're smart and you figure out ways to reduce that, such as, oh, I got enough land, I can dig a latrine trench out back. That eliminates a lot of water right there. You're not going to be washing.
Don't take a full bath. Take a bucket, put some warm some water up on the stove, put a bar of dish soap in it as you're warming it up. When it gets body temperature, wash up. Don't take a full bath. Don't waste 20 gallons of water.
Yeah, hang on, here we go. All right, where is it? Images. Okay, there we go.
Looking for the solar shower?
Here we go. Boom. Camp showers, 5 gallons. You fill it up. I think we got 5 of these, for our family. And you fill it up. You put it out in the morning, and you let it get nice and warm. And around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when it's nice and warm, you take a quick shower with it.
Or you can do a dirty trick like Uncle Alan does and has a 3-gallon stainless steel pressure sprayer. You empty the solar shower into it. You pump it up, and you have a instant shower.
Yeah, I believe Martha Old School Prepper has a stainless steel one. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's made. It looks like a fire extinguisher. Okay,
Right.
the old stainless steel water ones, but it's made to go over its own special little stand. It has a propane heater on it. It heats up, and then you pump it up, and you can spray yourself down. Or you can do what my mom, my grandmother, and my sister were always joking about. I hope I don't get dinged on this one. It's called a PTA shower. Ladies, you can figure it out. But that's what they used to do when they used to go camping. They would take PTA showers. And that's what my mom used to call it. I didn't make this up. Okay, my mother told me. So don't get on me on this one.
Yeah, you wash the most important parts and the rest can wait.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the things also, shoot, I took it into the room. Hey, if you have little ones or you got grand little ones, diaper wipes. Keep an extra pack, a couple packs of those around. You can always use those. Let's see. I'm just checking here. I thought I saw something on the side chat I needed to talk about here. Oh, Ciara just calls it a sponge bath.
You never did answer Lori's question.
Which question was that one?
Go up a little bit.
Well, a little bit plus a little bit now.
How much weight do those shelves? How much weight will those shelves hold? As the water buckets, you reinforce the top shelf for the weight of the water. Okay. Lori, are you talking about the pictures of the, let's see if I can bring that back up here.
I think she's looking at the black frame or wood frame. The wood frame will hold up to about,
Okay,
I
hang on.
forget.
Got it here. Hang on, let me bring this up here. All right,
Well,
so
just
Lori.
for reference, one of those 55-gallon barrels, which weighs about 2 pounds per barrel empty, is 446 pounds full.
Mm-hmm. So, and the 2x4s framework around it here, because it has 2x4s in the front and 2x4s on the side that are help supporting it.
And if you look real closely, you'll see at the front they're doubled, which I'm assuming they're doubled in back as well. You just can't see it as well.
Yeah. So yeah, this will definitely support, twice that. This is over-engineered. Because
you want to over-engineer on that weight.
Yeah, a single 2x4 with a 12-foot span, I've walked across it when I weighed 165 pounds. All right. And that was a 12-foot span. And so it's on a 2-foot span, which it is for between the for the barrels here. That's a 2-foot span will hold a lot more weight than a 12-foot span will. Now, go down here. These are 2x6s, and they'll hold a whole bunch more. And there's one in the back, one in the middle, and one in the front. So this has 3 2x6s, which will hold a whole lot more. Oops. Yeah. Or is it 2?
Folks?
Oh, okay, it's just 3 of them.
Right.
And these this is looks like they used 2x12s with a little cut in it, so it's still like 2x6 at least. And then this one here is metal.
Right. Correct.
So
Now, folks, go ahead, Dave.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm just getting down to the thing. All right, we answered her question. All right.
Right. Now, CNR says paper plates. My family's from Japan, and we have creeks and streams full of koi. We take our dirty dishes in one of our former residents, and the koi will come up to the house, go underneath the house. We have a trap door. We put all the dirty dishes down in there, and then an hour later, pull it up. What do you think the koi's been doing for hundreds of years in Japan? Yep. And then they leave, and all the water's clean. The dishes are clean, natural recycling, and we don't have that problem. Here we use soap, hot water, and God knows what.
Yeah. CR, That's part of my preps. I got several packages from Sam's Club of the 10-inch paper plates, 208 plates, and then I have several packages of the bowls, and I have also have the box of 600 forks, 600 knives, 600 spoons. But
dogs and cats around here. I'll just stick the dishes out back and let them eat off of it. And we're good.
Yeah. And I also have a couple gallons of alcohol that I need to spray off the cooking knives, sharp knives and stuff like that.
Folks, it's a lot easier just to dig a koi pond and use that. Just don't drink the water because of fish poo.
All right, we've hit the limits here. Need to get some stuff out real first. Dave, once again, Dave is having his 1,000 subscriber giveaway. He posted the video last week. You've got to make a comment on that video to qualify for it. Go check it out.
And we're thinking of maybe taking over. We're gonna hijack Gil's old time next week.
Yeah, because of the way the daylight is changing here, I am going to be going back to my 8 o'clock time slot on both Tuesday and Friday because I'm losing an hour and a half daylight at least, doing this. So I need to be out there working longer when I can. So I'm going to be starting next Tuesday. I'm going to be at 8 o'clock Mountain Time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, 7 Pacific.
So now y'all get to look at my ugly mug at 9 o'clock Eastern, Tuesdays and Fridays.
Yep. And next Tuesday, speaking of next Tuesday, the topic is, what is a prepper?
Oh, God.
Are you one and just don't know it? I know. I got some change. I got changed up on it. This one is changed up from what we talked about last year. I got a layout of it. It's a totally different outlook on what is a prepper.
I was gonna go back and rewatch last year's just to remember what I said then, so I could repeat it now.
I'm not a prepper. I will not drink. I do drink Diet Dr. Pepper, but I won't dance. I won't wear the vest, and I won't wear bell bottoms. Hell no.
I don't wear bell bottoms either. All right. Next Friday is what is a bug out location and what location is best for you. All right. And I know Steve talked a little bit about that in some of his videos about bugging out and not bugging out. And so we're going to explain out what a bug out location is, when you might use it, when you wouldn't need to use it. And
what's the difference between a bug out location and a safe house? Because a lot of people confuse the two, and I have to warn people. We'll talk about it when
we'll talk about that next Friday. All righty. So, starting next Tuesday, Dave will be at 9 o'clock Eastern here, and he'll have Tuesdays and Fridays at 9, and I'll be following him at 10 o'clock Eastern. Al, are you ever going to do a live stream? Ooh, cool.
Maybe.
Al, are you ever going to do a live stream?
If I could figure it out, or when it's Biden's in power, hell freezes over.
Hell's done already froze over, son.
Yeah, so I might. I don't know yet.
All righty. Okay. A bomb shelter. Who's giving that away? I don't know who's giving one of those away, Carol. All righty. So, guys, we're going to slide on out of here now.
The water table's too high for down there in Florida.
Yeah.
No bomb shelters.
So, check with Loaves and Fishes. It's not a bomb shelter. It's a tornado shelter that sits on a concrete pad, and you bolt it down. And that thing, it weighs a ton, because I've seen mines here in California. It's about $3,000, $2,000 to install it and put the concrete pad. But it looks like a damn spaceship thing, and it's cement.
Okay. All right. We're going to get out of here, folks. Thank you very much for coming in. Thank you for your comments in the chat. And we will see you Actually, we'll see you on Dave's next week at 9 o'clock Eastern. All right. So everyone, take care, stay safe, stay happy, and stay prepared. See you later.